All right, everybody. How are you doing? It's a wonderful morning. 1 second. There we go. Make it a little brighter. Make it a little brighter. How's everybody doing? Hope that you're doing well. Welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. It's a wonderful day. Let me introduce myself very quickly. My name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am an empowerment speaker. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I am a life coach for individuals, but I'm also a family restoration coach for your family to restore your family dynamic, to restore your relationships in your family. I do these every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. to give you some value, to give you some enlightenment, some inspiration, motivation, and everything that you need. You'll get this in this morning's transformation morning show. So, with that being said, I don't want to take up too much time, but I want to talk about today will be part three and the last part of this mini series called Three Reasons Why Your Kid is Asking for Your Attention in Other Ways. The first day, we talked about um, the your son or daughter don't really have a lot of confidence in themselves, right? So they do certain things to grab your attention because they don't have a lot of confidence in themselves. The second day we talked about they don't know how to grab your attention, so they'll do pretty much anything to grab your attention. Today I want to focus on sometimes when they're trying to get your attention, a lot of times when they're trying to get your attention is that they might not feel important. They might not feel like they matter to you. They might not feel that they matter to anybody else. They might not even feel that they matter to themselves. So they will try to get your attention because they don't know who they are. And our job as parents and guardians is to tell them, is to show them this is who you are. This is why I love you. That's why I appreciate who you are to this family. I love your contribution to our family. Sometimes they know that they're loved, but a lot of times you gotta verbally say it. You gotta say it, let them know I care about you. And not only do mom and dad or grandma or whoever's in the household, I want you to start loving yourself. A lot of kids do not know how to love themselves and appreciate who they are and value who they are. A lot of kids can't even tell you some great attributes, some strengths of themselves. They can't even tell you a lot of times. Sometimes you might have to help them find out who they are, not even just who they're going to be. Before you can find out who you're going to be, you got to find out who you are right now so that you can make the adjustments that you have to make. And a lot of young people don't know who they are. They don't know how to value themselves or to tell themselves, "Great job. You're doing well." Because they're comparing themselves. They're in competition with other kids, other families. A lot of times you got to get into the minds of your child. You got to let them know, listen, there is no competition with your sibling. There's no competition with other kids. It's all about you. And what, as they say, what you bring to the table, you bring a lot to this family. And a lot of kids need to hear that because they don't hear that. A lot of times, all they hear is disappointment. They messed up on the test, or they knocked something over, or they're not performing at a high level. Yes, every parent and guardian wants their child or grandchild to perform at a high level, right? But in between academic and athletic achievements, are you telling your child, listen, you are important to us? We value your presence in this home and we value your input in this home because it could be it could be a open door to new thoughts and ideas that they have about themselves. Going back to the first day, a lot of kids do struggle with their confidence because they don't know who they are. They struggle with feeling important. Some kids don't get that love, they don't get that attention, not because the parent is always working or it's such a busy life. It's just how they perceive themselves or how they look, how they think other people look at them or perceive them. It is our job to always let them know you are special, you are valued. I wouldn't be as confident as I am now if I didn't get affirmations and confirmations from my parents and my sister. They built me up through conversations and hugs and special time and looking at movies and asking my opinion. Whether they took my opinion at that time or not, they still valued me enough to ask my opinion. Or what do you like? Or what would you like to do? It's important that your child knows that their voice matters, not just at school, not just on the playing field or basketball court, but in the home. That their voice does matter in that family. See, a lot of kids suffer because they don't have a voice. Now, I'm not saying that their voice determines how your family goes and the decisions that you have to make. You're the parent, right? You're the guardian. So at the end of the day, it's your decision. But at the same token, you want your child to have a sense of I matter, a sense of my family cares about me. They care about my well-being. And a lot of times they will, again, do certain things to get your attention because they don't know who they are. Our job is to help them find out who they are in this world. And if we can't do that, we have failed as parents and guardians because we need to be able to speak into our children's life every opportunity that we get. Does that make sense? I speak into my son's life every chance that I get. Every chance that I get, whether he want to hear it or not, I'm speaking into his life. You know why? Because I'm speaking something into existence. I'm speaking those things as which they are and will be. I'm speaking those things. You got to speak over your child. You got to speak directly to them, but you got to speak over them. What do I mean when I say speak over them? You speak blessings, you speak favor over them, you speak prosperity, you speak good health, good relationships, great social ability, great responsibility, accountability, right? Reverence, respect, honor. You speak that into them. You're not raising just a child, you're raising an adult. I've said this many times. You're raising an adult. We're raising a young man into adulthood. But if I'm lackadaisical in my parenting, if I'm not saying the things that need to be said, he's not going to be fully developed. He's going to be mentally and emotionally straggling the fence. What does that mean? Unsure of himself or herself. You don't never want your child to be unsure. And if they are unsure, again, it is our job to help them find themselves. So they won't have to do certain things to grab our attention because they already have it. I don't care how busy I get. I'm always paying attention to what my son is, what's going on with him, or even my niece. She's grown, she's 22. But I still need to be involved in her life. She still need to be developed but on a different level. Sometimes we got to make a sacrifice for our children for their development. Because if we don't, somebody else is going to develop them and they're going to develop them in the wrong manner. And that reflection is going to come back on us. because we didn't take the time to do it. So I'll end with this, everybody. And this is part three. This is the last part. Your child doesn't have to do certain things if they have low confidence in themselves. We got to give them the confidence that they need. They don't need to get the attention from another man or another group of people. They should be able to get their attention in our homes. And your child, if they have low self-esteem or they don't feel like they're important, our objective is to let them know and remind them that they are. They have our attention. Our thoughts are there. Our emotions are there. Our time is there. Because that's what they need for them to develop the right way and not grow up crookedly and awkwardly and unsure of themselves. They need us. They need us. They need us. So be the best parent and guardian that you can be, not just providing food and water and shelter. That's a part of it, but the mental and emotional and social development. They need that. The only way they're going to get developed, you got to get it from you. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I am your family restoration coach. I'm here to help your family grow. I'm here to help your family grow, your child, your teen, your young adult, to help them grow, to build and bridge that gap. And if you're having some struggles because your child is doing certain things to get your attention, all we got to do is make an about face. We got to make a change, make an adjustment. And I know that you can do it. If you're interested in my program, which is called the Family Reconnection Program, I have slots open. I got 10 slots open. I'm only doing 10 slots. I'll say it again, I'm only doing 10 slots. That means after 10, it is closed. So don't miss your spot. I'm going to be doing some other infomercials and other things that you will see all on my social media pages. I have 10 slots open. I don't want you to miss it. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Catch me back on Monday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, I love you. I want you to have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Peace.